Well, hello again, friends. Now, my name may be Peter Paul Van Camp, but the older I get, the more I seem to remind myself of H.B. Denser. But H.B. Denser, you see, is one of my great grandfathers. He was the one on my father's mother's side. And where the resemblance seems to be the most strong is in the language that I find myself using more and more often these days as the years pile up upon me. H.B. Denser, to tell you his story quite briefly, was a postman in Coshocton, Ohio, the town where the both of us grew up. And from 1908 until 1940, when he was retired at the age of 65, he carried the mail 2 routes daily and became quite tired. And sometimes when the vicissitudes, shall we say, of the day conspired to overwhelm him, he would, he could lose himself in a volley of what he considered profanity. That's all I'll say about that for the moment. Now, I had a similar experience just the other evening. I had washed the dishes and I was wiping them dry, and I was trying to, here I'm having the same trouble now, trying to pick up the salad bowl, which was overturned upon the counter this way. Now you can see how lovely it is, beautifully smooth, but there's just nothing to grab hold of when you're trying to pick it up, and your hands are wet, and my hands were actually a little bit sore as well from chores I'd been doing during the day. And so I said something. Doggone it, I did. And I wrote it down, what I said, because I wanted you to know. I said, "Oh, ding blast this consarn salad bowl to dash now." That's what I said. And nor was it the first time that day I'd employed crisp language. So H.B. Denser would have the same problem, and I guess I learned some of this from him. I knew him quite well. So I wrote a poem about 25 years ago, and I'm going to read it for you now. It's called Bread and Butter. And this is the depiction of H.B. coming home from his second mail route of the day, and he's speaking to his daughter Leone, who lives with him in the old house on Walnut Street in Coshocton. Bread and butter. "Hello, the postman. I'm home. Any mail?" Oh, I'm suffering. Catalogs today. Most got run down by the mayor's kid's car again. That's 9 times now. Drat my spine, I can't straighten up. Sand blast these corns. Love a Pete. Where in the hecky have my slippers gone now? Oh, well, how in the nation they get over there? What'd you do, Leone? Sweep? Oh, this darn blame knee's never going to be right again. Aches in my sleep. Wakes me up. Ain't there any coffee? Oh, feels good to sit. I'm plumb beat out. Oh, look here. Oh, Dad, drat it and dash it to dash. I didn't hike 13 miles today. Dod-darned dogs at my ankles all the way to traipse in here, set down to my lunch, and find somebody's used the butter knife to get the jam out of the dad-blamed jam jar. Oh, hang it anyhow. What was I looking forward to coming home for? Knew something was cattywampus when I walked through the door. All I wanted was my coffee and a piece of bread and butter. Have I got to be insulted at the table by the spectacle of jam on the butter and butter in the jam? Oh, anybody wants me to turn in my grave? I mean to spin like a table leg turning on a lathe. You know how to do it. You can suit yourself and use the dyed-rotted butter knife to get the blame-it-on jam out of the diggly dash jam jar. Well, oh, nuts. Now my appetite's gone. I'm gonna take my nap. Don't suppose I'll get to sleep. Did the paper come yet? What else is new? Will you wake me for supper? Did you ever get a chance to make that cheese pie? Oh, feels like I'm getting a sty in my eye. Just when you think that things will start to going well. Funny about the mail, though. Criminy, Bob, we ought to got a dad dog catalog. Blame it. Gall darn the stuff! Well, that's H.B. Dentzer on one of his worst days. Probably a couple weeks before he hung up his mailbag for the last time back in 1940. But for me, that's it today. Peter Paul Van Camp. Now this is how I may be sounding myself in 25 years or so, maybe sooner. But in the meantime, across your paths may sunbeams play.